On the Medical Watch, using your head, knowing when pain means panic. A Chicago woman living in Columbus, Ohio had a headache. That's the last thing she remembers before she woke up in the hospital. But now she wants you never to forget the symptoms that may save your life.
911, what is your emergency? I'm at home. I have the worst headache on my planet. Right, is anybody there with you? No, I'm by myself. Okay. Is your door unlocked? Yeah, I'll go unlock it.
Janet Sutherland made it to the door, but no further on her own. Before calling 911, she remembers the headache.
This is a gigantic, the mothership of headaches. It was so odd that I knew there was something wrong.
The phone rang. I picked it up, and he said Janet had this enormous brain aneurysm. And they didn't know what the implications were, but they did know it was going to be a life and death situation. She had a 50-50 chance of survival.
I remember waking up in the hospital and people trying to explain to me what happened, and you know, I had to piece it all together, but I don't have any memory except for the headache.
That headache was actually an aneurysm.
I was in a rehab hospital at one point, and I remember I was blind and paralyzed. I was in this wheelchair, and I wheeled myself up and down the hallway asking people, what's a brain aneurysm?
An aneurysm is a bulging, weak area in the wall of an artery that supplies blood to the brain. Doctors describe it like a bubble on a tire. Janet's burst.
Ruptured aneurysms can be quite devastating. Roughly 1 or 2 out of every 4 patients actually succumb to the rupture. They don't make it to the hospital.
Janet's rupture was repaired surgically. Another aneurysm secured with a coil. A screening angiogram shows the repair.
This looks very good. The aneurysm is well secured. The coils are intact. This image here says this aneurysm is completely secured and completely treated.
The key is finding the problem early. A family history puts you at risk. Other than severe headaches, blurred or double vision and coordination problems can occur. Some problems remain after treatment. Janet had multiple operations to help her walk and restore sight. Blind for 5 months, she sees her mission clearly now.
I still hear stories of people who have headaches and are sent home with aspirin. I still hear stories of people sitting in the ER, bleeding and throwing up in a bucket and paralyzed. That's not okay. There needs to be more awareness, and there needs to be more support for survivors.
Screening is not routine, but if you are at high risk, a CT scan may be a good idea. As for support, UIC has a program to help struggling survivors. On the Medical Watch, Dina Baer, WGN News.